Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well wherever it is that you may be around the world. We are here to preview, obviously not review, preview the Brentford versus Chelsea game. A lot of injuries, a lot of under-23s coming in training today. We're going to analyse the two-call press conference. We're going to give our proposed lineup. We'll open up the lines later. We've also got someone joining me today in the name of Andreas. You might know him very well if you're on social media, on Twitter. You probably follow him as well. He'll be joining us today. We are going to be talking, before we get into the Brentford game, a little bit about transfers and our thoughts and opinions on it. Then we'll talk about the game, and then we're going to open up the lines. It's going to be a good show, guys. Pending what? 7:45 kickoff, so 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 5 hours till kickoff. Where else do you want to be talking about Chelsea than GNA TV? But before we move forward, let's get them lights up. Let's get to the 40 minimum mark, guys. Let's cue that intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you are around the world. And Christmas is closing, so I want to wish you all you guys, Merry Christmas. I know it's on Saturday, but as it's getting closer, you'll hear me saying Merry Christmas more to you guys. So big up to everyone. I hope you have a very nice time with your families and whatever it is that you're planning to do over that Saturday. We will be bringing you some streams, though. We've got today, we've got tomorrow's stream, and we've got a Friday stream. And then, obviously, Chelsea play against Aston Villa on Sunday. We'll probably do that maybe Sunday night. We'll see. Not too sure yet. Or it will be straight back into Monday. One of the two, we will try and keep giving you entertainment while you may be at home, feasting on turkeys, drinking that drink, whatever it may be, wine, vodka, whatever it is that you like doing. We will try and bring as much shows to you guys as possible. But before we bring in my guy, Andreas, who is with me backstage, I want to just quickly go through the chat and say big up to everyone. Big up to Andreas. It's big up to Jem. Clement, nice to see you, bro. He says, if South starts, it's over. I don't think we have much choice, bro. We're going to talk about all of that, though. We're going to talk about all of that. Declared, big up to you. Good morning. I mean, it's good afternoon from where I am, bro. Jonathan, big up to you. Sosa, nice to see you, brother. Hope you're well. Noah, big up. Big up to Undertaker CFC. Big up to Hiking with Martin as well. Big up to him. Couch Critic as well. Nice to see you in the house. Tobogo, big up to you, my guy. D-Stretch, big up to you, my brother. I hope you're well. Air Ace, big up to you. Doctor, big up to you, my guy. Have a good Christmas as well. Thank you very much. DJ Savjay, big up to you, my guy. Big up to you as well. Terry Louise, big up to you. My guy Mo from the Blue Lounge, make sure that you go and follow him. He says isolation period reduced to 7 days by the government. When we were expecting to go into a lockdown, when we were expecting for things to get worse, they decided to narrow down the isolation period. Tell me about it. I'm telling you, they make it up as they go along. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it is what it is. Big up to Mo as well. JJ, big up to you, my guy. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk a little bit about transfers as we speed into things now. And backstage, I mean, it's over 35 of you already, so let's get them likes up. Backstage, I do have my guy, Andreas, with me. Andreas, how you doing, brother? You're muted, though. You are muted. Unmute yourself. If he's there. He's not there. Andreas, where are you, man? You was here? Where you gone? Oh, he's there. Oh, you need to come out. Andreas, you need to come out and come back in. Come out and come back in, mate. It's because you've plugged your headphones in. So come out and come back in. Okay, let me kick from the studio. All right, cool. He will be back with us in a second. He did plug his headphones in. And as soon as he's done that, it's probably glitched his StreamYard, which means he's going to have to come back in. So let's wait for Andreas to log himself back in. Jim, question, Kante being back are conceding less chances? Jim, question, Kante being back are conceding less chances? Do you think so? Probably. Don't get me wrong. I think it's one of them things of, he's class. He's world class. And for anyone to have that kind of player in their midfield is something else. Andreas, are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Big up, man. I can hear you now. You all right?
Yeah. I'm all right, and you?
Not bad, brother. Not bad. Really got Mo already saying big up to Andreas already. Nice to see you in the house. DJ Savjay saying big up to
Big up,
Andreas as
Mo.
well. A lot of people in the chat bigging you up
Big up.
already, mate. Over 40 odd people here as well. How you been though, Andreas? How are things?
No, I've been okay. I've been doing my stuff. I've had a lot of work, but I'm good.
Are you looking forward to Christmas, Andreas? Are you doing anything nice? Is it family or what are your plans for Christmas?
Yeah, just going to stay with my family and have a nice time. So, and just
Couple of
going to be home
drinks?
as
Are
well.
you a
So,
drinker or not? You're not a drinker.
not too much, but I can like drink a good red wine, But
Can't go wrong with a bit of wine, though, can you? To be fair, I like a bit of wine
yeah,
with my food. Not gonna lie, it's what I start with, and I probably end with gin and whatever else I can find. Then after that, when I'm a pretty drunk, yeah, I do like a drink. I do like a drink. Is Andreas in trouble? Sounds like he's reading a ransom note. Declared. What are you talking about? Oh, God. All right, Andreas, let's get into it, mate. Should we just delve into, obviously, we're going to talk Brentford a bit later on, but while you're here, it'd be good to obviously talk about certain individual players. Obviously, January's around the corner. Transfer market is something that um, could be interesting for Chelsea based on the injuries that we've had recently. And there's been a lot of talks around this player here. Now, I can see actually you've been tagged in here as well. Any of you guys that don't know Andreas, I will be adding his. I forgot to do that again. I should have done that. Added his bio, so you can follow him on Twitter. So I'm going to put it in the chat now for you guys. There it is. So if you want to follow Andreas, click on that and follow him. So we've got a tweet here from the goalpost saying that Chelsea board have discussed the possibility of signing Lucas Digne in January, but no final decision has been made yet. The French left back would have been keen on a move to West London. And then he's added you, Andreas. I'm assuming this is your bit of information, right?
yeah,
So tell us, bro. Tell us about
yeah,
Digne.
yeah. So what I was told is like from the Everton camp now they are trying to push his move because he has been linked to Leicester, to Newcastle, this lower league side. But I'm told that Digne personally would love a move to Stamford Bridge. So they are really through his agent and everything. They are really trying to push him to get Chelsea interested to sign him. The only problem here would be that Everton are not so keen to sell him to
Mm,
Chelsea. They would rather sell him to Leicester, to a Newcastle. So
yeah.
that can be a problem with it. The thing is like Chelsea have not decided we are going to buy him. This is the man we are going to buy him. We need him. They have discussed about him. They have talked about him, but there are no like final decision yet. That yes, we're going to try to sign him yet. So there's nothing advanced or anything like this. But it's a serious option that Chelsea are looking at.
I hear you. And for a personal note for you, obviously you're a diehard Chelsea fan like everyone else that's here as well. Do you think he's a good option for Chelsea? Do you think he brings a lot from what you've seen?
Yeah, I think we really do need a left wing back because I think we have all seen now that Marcos Alonso is not the same anymore. I think yes, now he's just too slow. His left foot is not as good as it used to be, and of course the injury of Ben Chilwell is really painful for the team. We can see it with the result in the last few weeks. So I think this, if Chelsea have this, if they feel like uh, they have this opportunity to buy him, I think they should take it. Absolutely.
I agree. I think it's one area that I think is something that we do need to sort. When I look at the system, all right, we've lacked in midfield, but we know that's injuries. Obviously, losing Chilwell and not having any backup really for him other than Alonso, the level of quality is just massively dropped. And I think if we want to be serious and we want to still compete and even maybe challenge Man City and get back to the levels we was with when we had Chilwell in the team, I do think it's important that we go out and buy a left wing back that can at least get close to the level of what
Yeah,
Chilwell can offer. Now, I don't think he'll score as
and
many
it,
goals as
yeah,
Chilwell, but he's got a very good left foot, hasn't he? Free kicks, crossing. He's
yeah,
got speed as well, and he's got experience. 48, was he 28 years old, isn't he? 28 years old. So
yeah. He's 28.
I would.
The thing,
Yeah, go
the
on.
thing is like he's so good. He's one of the best left backs in the league, and the price we're talking about here, I have no confirmation about the price, but I've heard some briefing about the price. But he's not going to be expensive at all because Everton has placed him on the transfer limit. They want him gone. Unless they will find a solution between Rafa and Digne, but that looks unlikely at the moment. So
Yeah,
he can be bought at a really, really good price in his
21 and 20,
prime.
say
And
million. Andreas, I'm hearing saying around the 21 million is what I
yeah,
heard.
there was some reports about that. So
Yeah.
it might be something around that fee. I can't confirm this, but uh, it might be something around that fee region. Yeah.
I hear you. Guys, over 50 of you here, nearly 60 of you already, and we're only 11 minutes in. Make sure that you smash the like button. Subscribe to GNA TV as well. If you are new here as well, please subscribe. We're on our road to 4K subscribers. Like I said, you can go and follow Andreas on his Twitter page if you want to get any news on Chelsea.
Thanks, bro.
Like I said, get following him. Over 60 of you all go and follow him as well. He's also just recently picked up a new job, so big up to him for taking that big step as well. All right, let's move on because, like I said, I don't want to just completely talk about transfers while you're here, but let's talk about another one real quickly. Let's talk about Jules Kounde because after what I saw yesterday, throwing the ball in Alba's face, I thought that is what I want. I want someone that could actually just have a bit of shithousery, just like have that like passion. Do you know what I mean? When
Yeah.
when playing football, and a lot of people would say, yeah, but if he does it for Chelsea, everyone will moan. And I was like, yeah, to a degree, but I like seeing that attitude. It's a bit like Rudiger, they've got a bit of attitude about them. And obviously, Liam Towney commented saying Kounde wanted to join Chelsea. He was very disappointed when it didn't happen. Chelsea would be confident that they can turn his head again. They've monitored Kounde for several years. It's just if the fee works. Now, what's your thoughts on the Kounde deal? Is it something that you think can be done in January, or do you think Chelsea will go again in summer for him?
Yeah, from what I'm told, he's still like the main target for a centre back. I still think it's a lot more likely this transfer to happen next summer because it's such a big deal and everything like this, and it will be such a high fee. So it's very, very unlikely for January. So I think we might see Chelsea trying with a new bid and stuff like this next summer, and he is still the main target. We have been told some rumors about Forfana
Mm,
and Lacroix, some other players as well, but still Jules Kounde is the priority, and also because Tuchel told the board last summer that yes, I really want Kounde, I really want Jules Kounde, and all parties agree that Jules Kounde will be such a great future signing, also because they have scouted him for so many years. Petr Cech appreciated him, and also this would be very much a Marina signing because Marina has been working with a good relationship with the agent of Jules Kounde for a long,
yeah.
long time as well.
No, that makes sense. Listen, I can't stress how much I've wanted Jules Kounde at Chelsea. Even last summer, I actually thought we were going to get it done, and we managed not to. We managed not to get it
Yeah,
done, unfortunately. And for me, it's one of them things of that. Obviously, you could tell that Kounde wanted Chelsea. It was obviously Sevilla that kind of made it hard with the increase in what they wanted in terms of fee for him. But I do think he's still a Chelsea. You see him on Instagram talking to Chalobah, having that
yeah,
relationship. Like I just feel like he's destined to come to us. Now, one Rover Vlog says here, big up to him as well. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. It says everyone will be after him in the summer though. Top centre back. Who is? I mean, I get that. But how many other people will go and buy Kounde? Do you think that need him, other than maybe Real Madrid? I don't think you'll probably see many, would you?
I've seen Manchester United have an interest in him, and
Yeah,
I think there was some talks about Juventus as well. But yeah, I think Kounde has already set his heart on Chelsea, so I think they are definitely leading the race. If someone is going to buy Kounde, it's definitely going to be Chelsea. But my only concern with him is like, will he be as good as on the left in a back three, for example, than at the right?
I
Because
yeah, I think he's versatile enough to do it. But when I think he comes to Chelsea, I think you'd see that if we switch formation, you could play right back. If we play a back four, you could play centre back or right back. If we keep the back three,
Yeah,
then you could see him play right centre back, or for me, he can play centre back as well. All right, people say his height's not great, and he's not. If you look at his actual stats in terms of Jules one in the air, it's actually pretty good. He's not. He's not.
yeah.
He's got a good spring on him. So people go, yeah, but he's too small. How's he going to compete with the Burnleys and people like that? I don't worry with
But
like that with Kounde. He's
he is
built.
small, but he's quite physical still.
He's physical, exactly. He's
Yeah,
physical. So I would say that he could do a job across all of the back. And I also think if we switched the system and we wanted to play an actual right back, he'd be very. For me, other than maybe Rudiger, he'd be the best in terms of progressing with the ball, like playing the ball forward. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's what we need, people that can be quick. And he's got a bit of skill, a little bit of skill as a
yeah.
defender as well. You know, that's why they use him as a right back at Seville, because they want to use his
Amazing
attacking ability
passer.
forward. Exactly. You know, when he plays centre back, he may have to hold his position, but as a right back, you're licensed to go forward. So you might see that we'll play him in a position where we can actually use him to go forward. But I do think we'll get it done. I do think Jules Kounde is one player that Chelsea, especially if obviously Rudiger goes as well, which we can mention that later. Someone's saying talk about Haaland. There's nothing to say about Haaland. Obviously, I know what he's doing, Ramsey. He's saying apparently he was going to Chelsea in the summer. He was last summer potentially, but obviously that didn't happen. I don't know
Yeah,
any news.
they're nothing with Haaland at the moment, and let's just say this Rams. I think there are very very slim chances for him to go to Liverpool as well. So there's nothing to laugh about there.
Well, apparently Liverpool are the favourites to get him. I don't know why. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
just
but
what I've heard.
that's rubbish. I saw it. I saw it yesterday. Yeah, it's quite a good source and everything like this, but uh, do actually Liverpool fans think that they will afford the wages for what Mina Raiola will demand for Erling Haaland's contract?
Nah, there's no way in hell they can't
No.
even afford to just sign an actual player. They're always signing cheap players and trying to split their payments across 3-4 years. That's how Liverpool works. They haven't actually got. They have money, but they just again probably don't spend it. But it is what it
Yeah.
is. All right, let's move on from Jules Kounde because, like I said, I don't want to be stuck in it for too long. I want to just quickly talk about someone that actually has the same agent as Kounde. So this could be another big part of it happening. Too many, obviously, too many, and Kounde have the same agents, right, Andreas? If I'm right in
Yeah.
saying. I mean, there's lots of talks about him potentially coming to Chelsea in January, not even summer. They're saying because of all the midfield crisis, Chelsea could afford the 50 million, which apparently Monaco want up front. What do you think? Because I mean, Simon Finnick's comment is saying that they're ready in the move for him. Do you think they'll buy him and loan him
Yeah.
back, or do you think they'll just buy him and keep him at the club in January?
I I have seen these reports, but I have to say that I think there is a lot more likely that Chelsea will buy him in the summer than in a January, to be honest.
Mm. And yeah, I agree. I agree. And do you think he will be worth more than 50 mil? Because there's a lot of talks that I know there's a 50 mil bracket on him at the moment, but you leave him to the summer, then I think you see
Yeah,
his
I
price
think
go up. So, yeah, go on.
yeah, if you're going to buy him in the summer, it might be a bidding war because it's not only Chelsea that's interested in Tchouaméni.
Mm.
For example, Juventus are very very interested in the player, and even Manchester United also might jump on this race. So there's going to be many clubs going for him because he's such a big talent now, an asset in Europe. He started playing for France, so he's he started playing for France as well. So he's a very very good asset to buy. So will
Yeah.
be will be hard, but there are
Just
chances.
just out of preference, there's also a lot of talks to Declan Rice coming to Chelsea. Who is your preference, Declan Rice or Tchouaméni? Who would you want?
For me, it all depends on the price because
Yeah.
if you're going to say Tchouaméni and Declan Rice, we're not thinking about the price. I'm going to say Declan Rice because he's already Premier League proven.
Mm.
But the thing
No, I
is,
hear that.
like, he's going
Mm.
to be twice the price, maybe.
He is, and that's the issue, right? I have no issue with Declan Rice being a Chelsea player, but my issue is 100 million. Now, there's a lot of Chelsea fans that have been on here or I've been on other streams that say that he's worth that. I don't think any DM is worth 100 million plus, especially one that plays for West Ham. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's too much money, to be honest.
I don't. It's not just that. Can you see Can you actually see Chelsea even spending that? I just don't see it. I don't think.
No, so in the same summer, we are going to see Erling Haaland go for 80,
150.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, 80 million, and then we are going to see Declan Rice go for 100. Can we really see that happening?
Nah, it's not happening. There's no way in hell. And that's why I'm saying if Chelsea do want Declan Rice, then West Ham are going to have to drop that price. For me, at
Yeah.
least, it's got to be anywhere in the regions of about 60 to 70 mil at a max. Probably, I'd even say 60. What do you think is a good rate for Declan Rice?
I think 60 million would be
Yeah.
fair for him, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat saying Rice is worth 50 to 60 mil. I hear that as well. We are going to be talking Brentford Chelsea, guys. Stay tuned. Over 20 minutes in, we're literally just finishing off quickly on a little bit of transfer because we've got Andreas here getting his points of views on it as well. Over 90 of you here already, 20 minutes in. Make sure that you smash the like button. Let's try and get them likes up. Let's get this video out there, shared across the YouTube algorithm for new people to tune in and subscribe because that's what it's about in this community. Yeah, I want too many. I want too many more than Declan Rice. Not only price, but look, I think if Declan Rice was the same price as Tchouameni, I would say Declan Rice just because of the Premier League proven bit. I get that. But why not have both? Because we do need to look at the future. Kante, Jorginho are getting older and older and older each and every year. And I think they will leave us eventually. So there is an opportunity that we could have a Declan Rice and Tchouameni in the same team in the long run. But if you've got the opportunity to get Tchouameni in January or get a deal agreed in January for him to come in the summer, and maybe sort Declan Rice out a bit later before he decides to go off to maybe a Man United, then do that because we've definitely got money, haven't we? Because we're not. I think our net spend is pretty good at the moment, isn't it? We've got a really good net spend at the moment as well.
Yeah.
So
we do, but still, for some reason, people are telling me that there's still a lot more likely for Tchouameni to happen in summer than January. Just because it's such a big deal and everything like this with money and fees, and it's almost like too big for a January move for a player like him. And also, Monaco teams are not really keen to sell their star players in January.
Yeah, I hear you. I do hear you on that. All right, we're going to move on, guys, from Tchouameni. So you've heard Kounde, you've heard Lucas Digne, you've heard Tchouameni. We've gone through all three of them. We're now going to just quickly talk about players that may just quickly leave Chelsea, and then we're going to talk about the Brentford game and the Tuchel press conference, everything else. And then we're going to do our Chelsea 11, who we think we're going to line up, open up the lines, give you guys the opportunity to have your say, get involved. Maybe ask a question to Andreas if he's still here as well. Sorry, guys. Need some water, as you can see. Simon Johnson obviously came out, Andreas, and still commenting about the whole situation with Christensen and Rudiger, but also said that Aspie, his contract issue is sort of under the radar because apparently he seems to want more than a 1-year deal, and Chelsea are not willing to do that. Yeah, which doesn't surprise me because they don't give anyone more than 1 year at a certain age. But talking about Aspie, obviously there's links to him going to Barcelona. Do you think it will be a Chelsea player next season, or do you think you'll probably see him go?
I think he's going to be a Chelsea player next season. I know that Barcelona is really, really keen on him, and they have informed Cesar that that they are going to go after him if they can't find an agreement with Chelsea. From what I've posted and informed my followers on Twitter and Instagram, I've said that there has been talks with Azpilicueta. They are not negotiating, but it's not negotiating quickly or anything like this because, as you said, there is an issue about the years in the contract because Chelsea are not keen to give players over the age of 30 years more than a 1-year deal. You saw what happened with Willian. Then Chelsea were actually willing to offer him 2 years, but he wanted 3 years.
Yeah.
So they are not willing to give like long contracts to older players. So that's maybe going to be an issue, but I still think they're going to find a solution because Azpilicueta he loves Chelsea. He's a captain, he's the leader, and Chelsea of course has also huge respect for what he has done and given to the club and everything like this, and Cesar also respect Chelsea. So I think they will find a solution for this. But if not, then I think there's huge chances for him going to Barcelona.
Yes, I do think that he's slowly, to say deteriorating is not the right word, but you look at his performances, his pace is not there anymore. Even playing in his comfortable position, he looks very vulnerable. I think Chelsea need to look ahead, and I get why they don't want to give anyone more than maybe a 1 year contract at his age. But I think Aspie is probably at the point where he probably doesn't want to go anywhere else. Maybe he's comfortable at Chelsea. Maybe he wants to retire at Chelsea, And I do think he would probably stay. I do. I don't think he'll go, and not in the same time that Rudiger may go, even Christensen as well, who we're going to talk about as well. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens with Aspie, which I don't think we'll hear maybe in January. It'll be more of a summer thing with him, but we'll have to see what happens. What about Christensen? Because it seems like he was happy at the beginning, and we were all sitting here. And I think yourself actually said that he'll be signing soon as well. A lot of journalists here, one journalist said the same thing, And all of a sudden it went a bit stagnated, and there was an issue with Christensen's. I don't know if it's the wage or what it is. We don't know what it is, but it's kind of like Chelsea and Christensen. The Christensen camp have sort of
It's about
gone
the
quiet.
length of the contract as well.
Yeah,
There was
is it the length
issues
of the
about,
contract? Is it?
yeah, he wanted a shorter contract, and Chelsea was offering him. First, they offered him 5 years, and then they said maybe 4 years plus an option for another year. And then Christensen said 3 or 4 years. So there was an issue about the length of the contract. The last info I've got on Christensen is that yes, there have been again some new problems with his contract, but it still looks like he's going to sign, and the sources, at least I've got, still consider the deal as close. So it looks like he's going to sign from this info at least.
I expect the likes of the deals like Christensen, not Rudiger. I think with Rudiger, with the Rudiger thing, we're going to talk about that quickly next. Then we're going to go on to the Brentford game.
Yeah.
I think that with Christensen, I think we will hear in January whether it's signed or whatever's going on. I think they will try and pin it in January so that we can move on for after that window. Same with maybe Aspie, but again, I think that may be waited till summer. But I don't see Christensen leaving Chelsea for any time soon. I really don't. Not when Rudiger's potentially leaving in the same time. So. I hope they sort it out. I expect them to sort it out. And, if we've got the likes of Kounde coming in, we've got Chalobah, we've got Christensen, they are the future of this defence. And we want to make sure that we keep what we have, which is the experience to play in this Premier League, whilst we bring in players like Kounde and whoever else that haven't got the experience to maybe sort of learn from it. So it's important for me that we keep him. And I expect him to be done. I do expect him to be done. But he did annoy me a bit. When I read the word stagnated, I was like, why is he still dragging this out? Like, what is going on? Like, it should have been sorted out ages ago, but it is what it is. Guys, over 110 of you here already, 27 minutes in. Make sure that we're getting them likes up. Let's try and close the gap to 100 likes today. If you're new to GNA TV, please subscribe to the channel as well. We're just going to quickly delve onto Antonio Rudiger, and then we're going to go straight into the Brentford versus Chelsea game, which is what we're going to preview on next. There's a comment here from Absolute Chelsea via Fabrizio Romano, which, funny enough, you had before, if I believe, in saying Real Madrid are continuing to push for Chelsea defender Antonio Rudiger. What have you heard in terms of the Rudiger camp? Is it wait until January to find out who actually wants him and what they can offer, and then making a decision whether he maybe works with Chelsea and tries to negotiate a bit more or go elsewhere, or do you think he's just going to leave?
Well, the Antonio Rudiger camp now is very frustrated because they were expecting more talks from Chelsea, because the last time they talked, there has been no talks for weeks, maybe months.
Yeah.
But the last time that they was talking, Chelsea said that, yes, we are willing to give you maximum £175,000, and then Rudiger said, no, it's still not enough. We want more than £200,000. So he was asking for around £225,000 a week. So
Wow.
there was still a big gap between what he wanted and what Chelsea was offering, because the only official offer Chelsea have given to Antonio Rudiger was the first one straight after the Champions League final, and that was around £140,000, but they actually came with a proposal a bit later with 175 to try to resolve the situation, but he didn't even accept that. So what I was told this morning was that Chelsea are again going to try to talk with Antonio Rudiger very, very soon to try to to try a last push to resolve the situation. If they can't find an agreement, then he's probably going to go to Real Madrid. Of course, Bayern Munich, PSG also interested, but I'm told that Bayern Munich are not interested in paying the wages he's asking for. So at the moment, it looks like Real Madrid could be the most likely destination for him if he is not staying
Yeah.
at Chelsea. And it's not a 50-50 situation anymore. I'm leading to more towards that Rudiger will leave and go to Real Madrid. I think that's the most likely thing at the moment. I'm seeing a lot of Spanish papers and things saying that Rudiger has already an agreement with Real Madrid. That's not true. However, there has been talks between Real Madrid and Rudiger, and there have been positive, and Rudiger knows what he can get from them, and that's a lot higher than what he gets from Chelsea. So that's why I'm thinking Real Madrid would be the most likely destination for him.
Yes. Is it? You said 225, was it? You said in wage that he wanted. Is it
Yeah,
Chelsea?
that's around
Yeah.
what I'm told what he wanted.
Do you think he's worth that, based on what he was being paid for originally? Because he was only on 100,000 a week, wasn't he? Originally, do you think that's too much for him, or do you think Chelsea are are just making the wrong decision here?
It might be a little bit too much. I think maybe they can find an agreement in the middle. Maybe they can find an agreement of around 200,000, for example. Let's see if they can do that when they're going to talk next. But I think £225,000, that's probably too much for a player like Rudiger.
Yeah, I've always had the sort of thoughts that if we can't, and I do think we must have liaised with him. I know we've given him something he hasn't liked, and I do think that Chelsea have maybe gone back and said, "Look, we can do a little bit more. This is it," and it's still probably not enough. But if someone is going to give him that 220k a week or whatever it is that he wants, maybe more, then I think he has to. I think he will probably go as well. I would like to see Chelsea sometimes do it, but at the same time, I get maybe why they decide not to when they look at age, length of contract. Because if he stays at Chelsea and we sign him down for 220, 30, 40, whatever it is a week, and we don't keep Tuchel as a manager, then you bring a new manager with new ideas who may not play the back three, which we know Rudiger's strengths are that back three. So there's a lot to it, isn't it? To just not just give him it without actually thinking about the long run and the long term effects, because he's going to want a 4-year contract at least, isn't he? It's his last
Yeah,
big move. So
he's even going to try to get a 5-year contract, but
exactly.
because that's what he's going to get offered by Real Madrid. But he's probably going to accept a 4-year contract at Chelsea if he can get the wages he wants. But he's trying to get as long contract as well, because this is going to be his last big contract. And imagine if Tuchel now goes, if they sign a contract with Rudiger and then Tuchel goes on a bad run and then Roman decide
Exactly.
to sack him and they're going to play a 4 at the back, and then we are seeing the old Rudiger again, then everything will be a nightmare.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's I I think Chelsea have to be careful. I know a lot of people that are sort of got player agendas look at Rudiger as being the best, best defender in the world, like in the world in this system, which I agree. He is in this system probably one of the best at the moment. But I think there's more to it, and you have to look in the long run. You have to look at Chelsea, the way we built, the way we usually structure our managers, because we don't keep managers. It'd be nice to have Tuchel for the next 4 or 5 years and give Rudiger this contract, but at the same time, we know what our ball's like. Tuchel doesn't get a Premier League or finish in a Champions League spot. There's always that risk that Chelsea might just switch the plug off and get rid of him, and then what? You have to look for someone else that has new ideas for new systems. And I just
Yeah.
understand why we don't. Why we wouldn't go and pay a silly wage to keep him at the football club. I think it makes a lot of sense. But we're going to talk about Brentford next. But in terms of Andreas, in terms of any other sort of attackers, Chiesa has been linked to Chelsea. Do you think that's just a bit blown over the top? It's the fact that that Chelsea might go for someone like him. What you heard?
Well, I'm told they are going to change some attackers next season. Barkley will go for sure, but then you might see maybe CH or Werner go. And then, of course, they're going to freshen up with some new attackers.
Yeah.
I was told that it was a three-man shortlist Chelsea had in their plans already, that they were planning that these three is the targets. Like these three players is in the list for the winger, and that is Federico
Mm.
Chiesa, Anthony, and Rafinha from Leeds.
Really?
The thing is, yeah. So the
Mm.
thing is with Chiesa is like it all depends on what's going to happen with how Juventus is performing, because what the agent of Chiesa is now saying is like he don't want to stay at Juventus if they can't qualify for the Champions League. So like it all depends on what's going to happen with Juventus in the Serie A, because if Juventus will qualify for the Champions League, I think actually there's probably no chance. I at least can't see it happening, because then he's going to be happy at Juventus, and you
Yeah.
know Juventus will get their money, and they don't need to sell him, so then everything will be perfect.
They're in a bit
So
of a financial crisis, aren't they, at the moment? There might be a lot going on with Juventus in the next sort of upcoming months, and where they may have to sell
yeah,
Delits and
yeah,
Chiesas, the best players. So I think we just have to wait and see. But I've said to people in the chat, if they've got any questions that they want to ask you, they can do as we go through the Brentford and Chelsea chat as well. But we've got Jonathan said Sane. I don't see him going anywhere, but he's very valued at Bayern Munich
no,
at the
not
moment,
for
isn't
me.
he? Not for me. What about Theo Hernandez? Because obviously we were talking about the left wing back area, and we obviously mentioned Lucas Digne. Do you think Theo Hernandez is a potential option?
There
Maybe.
is quite a lot of people asking me for Theo Hernandez, if there's a chance for him to come in January, and that's I guess almost 0% chances, because AC Milan is not going to sell him in January, because he's one of the best left backs in the world. And can we really have both Ben Chilwell and Theo Hernandez in the same squad? Because
Mm.
Theo Hernandez is not old or anything like this. He's looked as one of the best left back in Europe. So if we are going to get Theo Hernandez, then Ben Chilwell will probably not be our first choice left back. So
No,
I
I hear
can't
that.
see anything with him, to be honest.
What about Ruben Neves? Because there's a lot of talks about him as an option to Chelsea as a midfielder. Have you heard anything about Ruben Neves, or is that again just
Well,
not?
to be honest, I've not heard so much about
Yeah,
Ruben Neves.
yeah.
I don't think there are a lot in it.
No, I don't think so as well. I think there's a lot of pay. I always say this to people: you got to take it like a pinch of salt, because Chelsea always get linked to a lot of players, especially when we always have done, haven't we? Because we've got the money, we can buy what we want. So it's easy to be linked with every player in Europe
Yeah,
to go to Chelsea
and
after.
also I know where that stuff was coming from, because yesterday Fidjahes that I'm now working for, the owner of them, they sent me, or the boss sent me a message. Do you know what's going on with Ruben Neves? Because some Spanish journalists are telling us and this and that. And then I checked it up, and it was nothing going on. So I can't see. I've checked this about Ruben Neves, and at least in January it seems like there are no chance at all.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh God, why have I done this? Oh, I hear you, mate. What about I think we're pretty much done. I think we're going to move on. There's over 150 people here at the moment as well. So continue getting them likes up. We want to get over 100 likes. Subscribe, people, as well. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification button as well. I put the link in for Andreas as well. So if you want to follow Andreas on Twitter, here's his a link to his page. Go and follow him. He's always on there pretty remotely most of the times as well. He does respond to people as well that have any questions over there. Let me just quickly pick a couple more, because there's so many people asking questions that we can't go through them all. Andreas says Liverpool are willing to give the money for Haaland and Chiesa want him. Who is more likely to sign for? Andreas, say Liverpool are willing to give the money for Haaland and Chiesa want him.
No, and Chelsea want him. Not
uh, Marquinhos. I don't think that will happen. To be honest to you, I don't think Marquinhos is too valued at PSG.
No, Marquinhos is going to sign a new contract with PSG soon. There's
Yeah,
no chance.
exactly. Yeah. Haaland's going to sign for Man City if he's going to the English Premier League. Do you think if he comes to the Premier League that it's only Man City, or do you think Chelsea may still have a
Well,
shot?
Man, I'm told Chelsea are not going to go for him when they still have Lukaku. I'm also told that Manchester City are leading the race together with Real Madrid, so
Yeah.
it's probably true what he's saying there.
Not looking at the player room, as Mourinho is not capable of sealing deals in the summer, so January will be impossible. Is what Bobby thinks. He has no confidence in Marina getting things done. Some people
Yeah,
think we had a bad
he's a
window.
Marina hater, that Bobby guy.
Look, listen, we can maybe have moved things a bit quicker and got things done, and we haven't. And there's a lot of question marks to that. But I think we will have a good window. Maybe not January, but summer. I think we'll see a lot of players go and a lot of fresh players slowly come in. So we'll
Yeah.
have to see what happens with that. Would you rather sign Kounde or Delete? For me personally, Kounde. I've always been a Kounde fan. I mean, what about you, Andreas?
Well, I think actually the league, to be honest, because
Yeah,
then we can go back to a back four.
yeah, I hear you.
I would
All right,
like that.
guys. Yeah, let's move on, shall we? Let's move on to what we were here to talk about, which is the game. Chelsea playing Brentford tonight. A lot of injuries, a lot of COVID issues. Tuchel's been forced to allow some under 23s to academy players to train with the first team. The likes of Mbawamba, Harvey Vale are in the team as well. There's a couple of other youngsters that are involved in it. But the one news that we did get come out recently was Jorginho is tested negative for COVID, which means he is available. In terms of players out, he's already confirmed that N'Golo Kante will not feature against Brentford tonight. He's also mentioned that Trevor Chalobah is another one that potentially will not do that as well. At the same time, we have got Aston Villa on Sunday, Boxing Day, which is, for me, a very important game. Not to say that this Brentford game ain't, but I could kind of understand that we may go out tonight and play a lot weakened team. You might see that Rudiger's rested. We might see that Thiago Silva's rested. There might be a lot of players that will just be rested for Boxing Day because we have played a lot of football with pretty much with the same team. The last 3 games have had the same squad. And it's telling, isn't it? It really is telling. I mean, Andreas, do you even think it's really fair that Chelsea have played 3 games near enough in a row, and the teams that they're coming up against in Brentford and Aston Villa haven't played football for nearly like 10 days as well?
No, it's certainly not fair at all. I don't think it was fair that Chelsea had to play when they requested to call off the game against Wolves either. I don't think that was fair. We had 7 COVID cases. I think other teams had fewer than 7 cases, and still they called off the game for them. So I think it's very, very unfair.
I do as well. There's also Andreas Christensen as a doubt. He has a bit of a back injury apparently, so I don't know what he done. He must have bent over to pick something up on the floor. I know he's back,
Yeah.
but that don't surprise me about Andreas Christensen anyway. But guys, over 170 of you here, 45 minutes in. So smash that like button, please. Hit the like. It's free. It's free. It doesn't involve a lot. You just got to hit it. Let's try and get us to 100 likes if you can. Subscribe to the channel as well. Subscribe to GNA TV. We're on our road to 4K subscribers. So big up to all of you in the chat on that one. So yeah, I mean, he seemed very frustrated yesterday, Tuchel, when I listened to it, because it was more of a thing of like, well, we're being forced to play these games. We're not really being given any time to have a break. We already tried to get the game against Wolves postponed, and they didn't allow us to do so. And now we're obviously having to play this game. Play the game that they did against Wolves and Brentford. And now it looks like even Villa's going to happen. Unless the government come out and say, we're going to go into a lockdown. The Premier League, or majority of the Premier League teams, have already came out and agreed that that we should continue to play all of the festive games as well. So, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, especially for us because of the amount of COVID issues and injuries we do have. However, we should have all of Cho, Werner, Lukaku and that back hopefully by the Brighton game, because they were out on the 14th, I think it was December, which is when we lost them. So you'd expect them to be back just before Christmas Day. I don't see them playing for Villa, but Brighton could be on the 29th if it goes ahead, be a game that happens. I am going to that game as well. So yeah, I've got a ticket for that.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to going to that. Yeah, so... No, my luck, Andreas, it will get to the 26th or the 27th, and our government will put us in lockdown. I won't be able to go to the game, but it, it is what it is. I mean, Andreas, do you take this competition serious? Do you care if Chelsea win or lose tonight? Is it really a budget, or do you think, the fact that we're in 5 competitions, maybe not going out of one's probably a good thing based on the amount of games we're having to play?
Well, I would enjoy this group to get some more trophies together because I've seen us now lose 2 FA Cup finals in a row. So I would like some English titles now because it has been actually some years ago now we won some English trophies, and I also want the younger players like Chalobah and Mason Mount, Reece James, these guys to also experience the feeling of winning some English trophies.
I hear you, and I agree. I mean, I want Chelsea to win everything possible. Don't get me wrong. We've already got 1 trophy under the books with the Super Cup, didn't we, against Villarreal at the beginning of the season. It'd be nice to kick on. At the same time, for me, it's one of them things of, we are playing a weakened team. Should we have any expectations going into this game? Because Brentford, from what I have been told or been reading, is they have a fully strengthened team. There's no reported COVID issues. They're missing Tony, again, who's an important player to them, but they're still going to play a strong Premier League team. So this is going to be a test tonight for if he does play youngsters, which I think he will do, with a mixture of some of the experienced players to try and get us into the next round. What we're going to do now, guys, is we are going to go through the what we think is the 11 for tonight's game. I want you guys to get involved in the chat. Based on each position, let us know who you think will start this game. We'll do score predictions. We're going to open up the lines as well. I want you to come on and have your say. Jem, the isolation for Cho Werner Lukaku finishes today. Yeah, that's true, but I don't know whether it applies to them because they were on the old rule. Does that make sense? I know that's started from now. So if you pick code up from now, you've only got a 7-day rule now, which is I don't know. I don't even get it. The fact that he was talking about putting us in lockdown, now we've got a 7-day rule. It's a bit of a mad one, but no problem. No problems, Andreas. Just let me know when you're back, mate. Let me know when you're back. So in terms of goalkeeper, guys, who is it we're looking to play in between the sticks tonight? I think we're going to go with. I do think we're going to go with Kepa. I do think Kepa will be the guy that we play tonight. He's played most of our cup games. It makes more sense for him to play. Mendy again, rest him. I know people will say, yeah, but he needs to keep clean sheets. He should play him. I think Kepa's played most of these games, and if we go to penalties, I think Kepa's better equipped to maybe help us go through. He has already done that in 2 knockouts already, where we withdrew and gone through because of him. So I would want to see Chelsea, in many ways, give Kepa the opportunity to go.
I'm going for Kepa as well.
Yeah, same. Yeah, Kepa as well. I mean, Kepa, what for me, Andreas? I said it's for the penalty aspects as well. Why are you going for Kepa?
Well, it's a Carabao Cup, isn't it? I think it's just simple to let him play some games. He has not played terrible lately, so I think it's fair to give him this game and also to give Edu a rest.
I hear you. In terms of the left wing back position, I don't see Rudiger playing tonight. Do you?
No, I'm going for Malang Sarr there.
Okay. I'm going to do that. I mean, Lewis Baker was originally in Tuchel's plans, so I would have thought that Lewis Baker would have played tonight at the back. The fact that he isn't now leaves it a bit tight, which tells me that Malang Sarr, as much as I don't rate him that much, I think he will. I think he will come in, unfortunately, and play. I would have actually put Mbawamba there, but I don't think Mbawamba's going to play there now. I do think he might play, but I don't think he'll play there. I think he might play. But this is the thing, right? We're so limited. Who else can? I mean, who is going to play right centre back? Because we ain't got Chalobah or Christensen potentially, from what we've been told. So it's like
Chalobah had played the last training session. Was in the last training session, but there's still doubts over him. I think Tuchel also said that in the press conference.
I think Mbawamba in the middle. I don't think he's going to be on here, is he? No.
Mbuyamba.
I think that's spelled, isn't it? Is that even how you spell his name? Let's have a look. Anyone know how to spell his name? MBU. Yeah, I'm spelling it right. Yeah, they ain't going to find him. So what we're going to have to do here, guys, is I'm just going to have to leave that blank. And when we go round to it, if it's blank, it's because we're playing an academy player. All right, guys? Unfortunately. So we're going with Sa, Mbawamba in the middle, and then Aspie. It's got to be Aspie, isn't it? Who else have we got? There's no one else.
Aspie, and I don't know if we have another academy player to play there. If Tuchel would do something like this, but do you see that?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we have any defensive academy players coming in. I haven't checked, to be honest. I should have checked who was available to play. Let's have a look. See if I can find something quickly. Let's have a look. I know Jude Soonsup was injured. He's a forward, so he ain't playing. Who did he say was on the bench? Xavier Mbawamba's there. I know that. Ben Elliott was on the bench. Harvey Vale was on there. Alfie Gilchrist is on there, but he's a defensive midfielder.
Alfie can play centre back as well.
Can he? Or he's
Yeah,
a defense. So. He's a defender. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Alfie can play there. So maybe we see that Alfie plays. I think Mbawamba will play in the middle. Oh man, this is going to be so mucked up. Sorry, guys. I don't think Reece James plays. Do you? Then you put Aspie there and play Reece James. Yeah, I think you could see Alfie at the back, Alfie Gilchrist at the back with Mbawamba and Sa, Aspie on the right, because James needs a rest for me. And then who do we have on the? This is going to be so mucked up. This is going to be so.
Are Tuchel really going to go for a back three with Malang Sarr and Mbuyamba and Alfie though? Is that too weak?
All right, let's just all right. Let's not do that. I think either Alfie or Mbawamba will play in the middle. Yeah, I think it'll be one of them two. Aspie on the right, Sarr on the left. Who plays on the left wing back position? It's got to be Alonso, isn't it? We ain't got anyone else. Who else can play there?
He might Saul.
I think Saul will play in the middle.
Yeah.
I think you'll see Alonso play there, and then I think you'll see Saul Niguez play here again. And I think you'll see Kovacic play. Yeah. I think Kovacic needs the minutes. So I think Kovacic will play tonight because you're going to need experience in there. But then what do you do with that right wing back area? Because I said you can't play Reece James. But then I'm thinking to myself, we haven't got anyone else unless you put Christian Pulisic out there. I mean, Jorginho's available as well. That's the other thing. So maybe you see that.
Now we have James there.
No, I'm saying is, what if you put Sal on the left? No, he ain't going to do that, is he? Surely. Sal on no, we can't. I can't. It makes me feel... This is so bad, this team line. This team line is so bad. You could play Kovacic and Jorginho, couldn't you? As like the experience. Yeah. But then we might need them. But then I'm hearing Kante will be back for...
No, Kante will not play this match, I think.
Who?
Kante will be
Kante will be back for Aston Villa. That's what I was meant to say.
Kante he's just rested.
Some people saying Jorginho was Sal. Vale was left wing back, is what Josh is saying. Harvey Vale was left wing back. I thought he was an attacking midfielder though. Can he play there?
Yeah, we might see that.
All right, let's take Alonso out. Harvey Vale is left wing back. Kovacic and... I think Kovacic and Sal's going to play. You know that. I don't think Jorginho is going to play. I think Jorginho is going to play against...
yeah, I think Saul is going to play this match.
Yeah, I think Jorginho will play against Villa with Kante. That's what I think will happen. I think you'll see Kovacic and Sal play. And then you'll see... You could play Pulisic out here. Couldn't you? Really? You could play Pulisic as a right wing back there. And then up front, I would say Mason Mount's got to play, isn't he? Ziyech has got to play and Mason Mount's got to play.
You might try some academy players in attack as well. What about Brian Fiabema?
I don't know who they've got
Norwegian striker in the academy.
Oh, Brian. Oh, yeah, Brian Fimabema is on the bench, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's
He,
play Brian
he might be
Fimabema
the
up front.
start. I don't know.
Yeah. Come on. I mean, tell us about Fimabema. Is he a good player? Yeah.
Yeah, he suddenly is, because I'm seeing he's scoring a lot of goals for the academy, and he's being their,
Ranking
I
as
don't know,
well.
one of their main strikers for a long time now. He's at least very highly rated here in Norway as well. So would love to see him in the team today.
All right, so let's go with Fimabema up front. He's not going to be found, is he? He's right, his name Fimabema. He's not going to be
No.
found. All right, so if this, I'm going to go through it now anyway. I think Mason Mount will play as well. I do think. All right, so
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go with Kepa in goal, Sarr as left centre back, either Alfie Gilchrist or Mbwamba as your centre back. So one of the academy players in the middle. We're gonna go with Aspie as right centre back. On the left wing, we're gonna go with Harvey Val, Saunigez and Kovacic in the middle, Pulisic as right wing back. I don't know about that still. I'm not too sure. But yeah, we'll just do that for now. And then Ziyech and Mason Mount playing behind Fimabema, the Norwegian forward in the academy. So I would say 3 academy players potentially in, maybe 4, because if you take Pulisic out there, and you think that who could play there, the only other player that could potentially play there is Charlie Webster. But I'm sure Charlie Webster wasn't Charlie Webster on there? No, Rankin. Sorry, Rankin. Yeah, Rankin's the other guy. Someone just said it in the chat as well. Rankin's the one that's on the bit. I've just checked now. Yeah, Rankin's the midfielder. So Rankin. So you could have that. Our wing backs are Rankin and Harvey Val. Mbwamba or Alfie Gilchrist sitting in the middle of Sarr and Aspie, and up front we go with Fimabema. That's what I think happens. Josh says this lineup is atrocious. We literally have no choice, guys. Over 180 of you here, guys. Smash the likes. Let's get to 100 likes, man. Let's do it. Just hit the like button. Subscribe as well. Subscribe to GNA TV. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to open up the lines for you guys as well. Get your thoughts and opinions about this game. How can Chelsea win this game? What can Chelsea do to win this game? Right. It's going to be hard, but we're going to need a decent performance. Hassan saying Mbwamba as centre-back as well. Barkley surely starts. I forgot about Barkley. Does he start, Andreas? If you're still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just muted myself. I was going to send you a text behind the scenes here. But yeah, Barkley, we might see Barkley start as well. So maybe he's going to play instead of Mason Mount, for example.
Well, we could play Mason Mount up front and have Barkley there. We could have Barkley a bit further forward, really, couldn't we? I think we could actually see I think we're going to see this tonight, 3-5-2. But you have Mount and Ziyech up there, or you could have Pulisic and Mount up there, whatever you want. Don't really matter. Harvey Val and Rankin as your wing backs, Mbwamba or Alfie in the centre back, and then Barkley sitting behind, helping Sal and Kovacic in the middle. We could really set up. I think a 3-5-2 is on the cards today. I don't think it'll be a 3-4-3. I don't think it'll be a 3-4-3. And that looks more comfortable for me when you look at it like that. 3 midfielders battling it out as well. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, score predictions for you, Andreas. What are you going with tonight, mate?
I'm going with 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. Fair enough.
Let's stay positive.
I think it could be 2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 2-0 Chelsea. I can see us winning, but at the same time, I could see us losing. So I'm saying 2-0 Chelsea, but at the same time, we could easily lose 2-0, especially when they're playing their strongest teams. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it is what it is. But Andreas, I know you have to leave, mate. You've been here for an hour.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on, bro. It's been good having you on. First time on GNA TV.
Thanks for having me.
We'll do this more, yeah? We'll do this more. Obviously, going into the January
absolutely.
window and the summer window as well. We can talk more about individuals and that. So big up to you, mate. Like I said, guys, go and follow Andreas. I've put the link in. I'll put the link in again. Go and follow Andreas on his Twitter page. And yeah, big up to you, mate. I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, see you. Bye.
See you later, mate. So we've got Nick Blue, Hassan, Ram, W. What are you saying, guys?
Yo.
Hello, Jim.
Wait, Jem.
Big
Go
up,
on.
Jim. Hold on a minute.
Jem.
Yes.
Jem,
Oh,
go
go
on
on,
a
go
different site.
Huh?
Go on a different site so it's easy to see.
Well, what's wrong with it? Can't you see it?
No, so you know where everyone's playing. Because there's holes.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. What site, though? I don't really know if there's a
Go,
site.
search up starting 11.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
just write down their names, innit?
Yeah, just write down their names.
Yeah, I should have come a bit more planned, actually. But, you know, starting 11. For... What is this?
Then you just find just go to like 3-4-3, then
So
No, I'm
Tuchel
on it.
won't change your system.
4-3.
I watch all the academy games, so I know everything as well.
So go on, tell me why I'm thinking. Who? Actually, let me get it up. Let me get it up before I do this. Let's pick Blue. There we go. All right, let me just share this quickly. All right, let's share this. Do it again now. I've gone for a 5-3-2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously we can't move them though, which is quite annoying. But anyway, you get what I mean. Go on then, W. Who's in goal?
Well, Kepa, obviously.
Yeah.
And back three, obviously Sarr.
Yeah.
Then you can have Umbayamba in the middle.
Is it MBYU?
It's MBUY
UYAM.
BA.
Well, he ain't come out anyway, but Mbawamba, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, then on the right, you can have Aspie. I would put Aspie.
Aspilicueta. All right. And then who's your left wing back?
I'll play Lewis Hall.
Lewis. Who did you say?
Hall, Hall.
Is he even on the bench, Lewis Hall? I didn't even see him on there.
Yeah, he was training with the first team. He's a left wing back.
All right, cool. Yeah. Right wing back, ranking?
I'll play James personally.
I don't think he's going to play, man, but we can do him. We can do James. 3 in the middle.
Kovacic, Jorginho.
Kovacic and Jorginho. Okay. Jorginho there.
And
yeah.
And Charlie Webster.
Charlie Webster. Yeah.
And up front, I'd have Pulisic and Jude Bell.
Jude who?
Bell.
He's
Bell.
not fit. He's got COVID.
Nah, he was training last night.
Jude
Oh,
Bell.
is that Jude Bell?
Yeah, Jude Bell. The
Forward,
striker.
yeah? Oh, okay.
Bro, I thought you were going to say Bellingham there.
I was thought Bellingham. I was
No,
like,
but
what?
Jude's not. I'm sure Jude had COVID.
No, he was training last night with the first team. I think
They
he was
said-
just ill. I think he was just
Oh,
ill.
right. All right, Jude
So he
Bell.
didn't train on Monday, but I
Yeah.
think he trained yesterday on Tuesday.
Fair
I saw a
enough.
picture of him. He posted on his Twitter.
Fair enough. There you go. What the fuck is this lineup? Is what Emery's saying. I mean, we haven't got much options. We'll be using some of these academy players, and I haven't seen a lot of them, to be honest. I've watched a little bit here and there. Soon Sut Bell was the first team. Sal definitely playing. That's what people were saying. Big up to King of CFC. Big up to Fergie's son as well. Says like, share, support. Please do so. Rubbish lineup is what Global was saying. Guys, what do you think we're going to do? Play our strongest lineup? It's not going to happen, man. It's just not going to happen.
Believe in the academy.
Yeah, exactly. Believe in the academy. We have to see
I expect it to be a very good 7-5 win to Chelsea as well.
I'll stop
Can
it,
I
man.
talk-
Yeah, Brentford have got a strong
Hello.
team as well. Yeah.
No. I'm backing you guys. I'm saying a 7-5 win to Chelsea. 7-5
Well,
win.
on Penzo, the actual score.
the actual scoreline is gonna be 7-5. It's gonna
Oh,
be
God.
it's gonna be a goal fest today. I'm gonna love it.
Don't talk rubbish, man.
I'm not
Can I
talking
have a word
rubbish.
now?
Why is it when I say something like this, people think I'm talking rubbish? I'm not talking
Because you
rubbish.
are Rams. You always talk rubbish about Chelsea. You ain't got a clue.
Well,
So
that's a
don't
good
talk about
thing. You're
Chelsea.
scoring goals. You're scoring
Shut up.
goals.
3 or 4-2.
Why?
Ah, God, man. What a throw.
Worry about
Let
your
me
game
tell you
tonight.
the team. Jem, let
Hey
me
man,
come on.
I don't know
Right.
what's gonna go on with my game. I know we're gonna be playing likes of I don't know, Minamino and them man, but
You probably win with a
Divock Origi.
penalty, as usual,
yes,
a
big
red
boy
card.
Divock. Sorry,
That's
what
it.
was that?
I said you're going to win with a penalty or red card decision or VAR. That's
Oh
what
really?
I'm
Because VAR's been so nice to us, hasn't it? Okay.
There's no VAR in the Carabao Cup.
There, yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yes, no VAR. Sorry, yes, they can't win with VAR, so they're going
Oh,
to
of
have to
course,
go
because
for a red card.
VAR is good for
Guys,
us.
let's stick to this game anyway. Nick Blue, what you saying about today's game?
Yes, let me start now. Kepa is going to be number one for sure today. He has to get some game time because Mendy's going to the African Cup, so he has to start playing. And I go left at the left wing back. I mean left back, the back three. It's got to be Saar. In the middle, make number one. I can't even say his name.
Yeah.
It's in the middle.
He's better than Van Dijk.
Member Wagner, yeah.
Hush your gums, bruv. He's nowhere near
I'm
Konate's
trying to
level.
talk.
Stop it. Shut up.
Then he right back now. We don't have. I don't think it has to be. It has to be. Yeah. He can play. Right on left wing back. It looks like a blank academy player. We don't know exactly which one, so I'll put a blank there.
Lewis who?
Lewis Hawk, yes. Lewis Hawk can play. If he's played that, he could be, unless it's another academy player. But I think most of our team is going to be
Why can't Harvey Vale play then?
No, I think if
Yeah.
Harvey Bell played, he'd be in the front three. He's not really a
Potentially,
wing back. Every time he's played wing back in the academy, he's struggled.
If
Can
we
we
play
just put
3-4-3,
blank?
I see Harvey Vale playing there. But if it's a 3-5-2, I think Harvey Vale I still think you might play, but I think you might see him play as a wing back.
If it's a 3-4-3, I think Harvey Bell's playing left wing.
Yeah,
That's the
I
only reason.
agree.
It's best to
But
put
Harvey
a
Bell
blank
can play.
for.
He can play the pivot as well.
Yeah.
Put a blank for me because we don't know exactly which one. Right, blank. Then we come to Reece James. I think will play on the right.
I don't know why. I don't think he should. That's my opinion.
I think he will. I think because we have to have one or two first team players. We can't just have all the academy. I think Reece James will play. And we could, but we're going to lose. So I'll go Reece James to come and play there.
Mm.
And in the middle, I don't think it'll be Jorginho or Kovacic. They won't be played. Or anyone else. It's going to be a blank, two academy.
No, Kovacic will play. Kovacic needs minutes.
I don't think he will, Jem.
He will. I think he will.
Listening to Tuchel, he said, I'm not risking Kante, I play. And he said, probably Kovacic as well won't be playing. He doesn't want to risk
So
it.
that means Jorginho's playing them. Is Jorginho? One of them is playing. I know one of them are playing. Jorginho.
Well, if one plays, I think Jorginho more likely than Kovacic.
So what? Jorginho and Sal?
He will have no choice. He has to be sold, yeah.
Okay.
So, he's a bum.
And I can't even see. I don't know if he's going to risk Mason Mount. Might keep him for Villa. I think we consider. It's very hard. I think it'd be an academy player behind Ziyech and Pulisic.
Okay. So yeah, I need to switch his formation. So you're going to 3-4-3. I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna
what
be,
I think he would.
I think it's going to be a 3-5-2. I don't think he'll want to be open today.
I don't think it'd be 3-5-2 because last time we played that we wasn't very good at it.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I think it'd be like that. We're going to see a lot of our academy. Let's hope they do well. You know,
Yeah.
I can't see us win. It's going to be a hard game. I can't see us winning. Brentford have a full team tonight. Very strong team.
No, I don't think. No, they've got a little bit of an outbreak
No,
themselves.
they haven't, man.
They haven't. They're all right. They're all right. He's
have a
confirmed
strong
they're
team.
fine.
Rams,
Yeah.
when I'm talking, don't come in.
Other
like
other
you're
than
Liverpool.
Tony, other than Tony,
Crap.
I mean, that's basically their squad, isn't it, Tony?
yeah. Well, Tony's
Brentford have a
got
strong team. Yeah, maybe just Tony is out, but everyone else is in.
It's Tony, bro. That's it. You're gonna be fine. What's wrong with you? I'm
Shut
telling
up,
you,
man.
7-5.
You're not a bad team,
7-5.
Brentford. Why are you
It's
dissing them like that?
7-5. 7-5.
Why are you dissing Brentford like that? You know they're.
I'm not
It's
dissing
trying to-
Brentford. I'm just saying how good you lot are.
We easy, so we
Yeah,
lose.
but Ram,
so we get
you
Ram
conceded
and-
3 goals against Brentford, didn't you?
That's why it's gonna be a high-scoring game. It's gonna be 7-5.
So why are you saying we're going to be
God.
fine when you had Van Dijk at the back and we've got blooming?
It's gonna
Saar?
be 7-5 to Chelsea.
Ramsey somebody say that, so we lose. Don't take
Yeah,
I'm not
on.
he's-
saying
he's-
it
he's
just
setting us
because
up
I
for
really
fall.
think it's gonna be. I think today is just gonna be a really high-scoring game for every single game. Man. Like I think we're gonna win 4-3 or 5-4. It's just gonna be one of them days.
No, I ain't typing Kevin's
And
full
people
name.
think I'm disrespecting. I'm not. I'm being respectful.
Redneck, what are you
7-5.
saying, my guy? Tell me.
What's going on, guys?
Not bad, mate.
I have no idea. I don't watch youngsters. I don't know nothing about academy. There's nowhere for me to watch the games. I don't know how to watch it, so I don't really know nothing about them.
You can watch on the Fifth Stand app.
I think it's the location problem. I think.
Oh,
Is the fifth stand? Is it on the fifth stand up tonight? I didn't even know that.
yeah. No.
No, not
Not
the Chelsea
tonight,
game.
No.
The youngsters.
Tonight, but
Oh,
all
right.
the other
Oh,
games
right,
are
the
on.
other
Yeah.
Every other
I-
game is on, not this one.
I mean, people said it, but I don't know if it's actually true or not. So
All right. Well, what's your expectations of tonight then? Do you think it's one of them ones where we could just lose tonight and you wouldn't care about it, or do you want to see Chelsea actually win? You care, is what I'm trying to understand.
I do care. I always wanted that every cup that was still available,
Mm.
especially for the confidence boost. That's the earliest cup you can get. We got the Super Cup and we went on a good run. All of a sudden we dropped. Now we need another cup, so could give us a little boost. I think it's really important, but it's not like it's the end of the world if we get. I'm gonna get knocked out of it based on the circumstances and the situation. I'm not worried about the game specifically, but I would like us to win because, especially for the youngsters, it's mentality things. Like, look what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, look what you did if you beat this Brentford. I mean, it's technically for me, it's gonna be about this Tuchel's speech to the both youngsters. It's how he's gonna motivate them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and now also, I want the referee to be decent today because I think youngsters, the ones that are gonna be playing, they're gonna try to impress so much that they can do some stupid things like a fouls that's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like that's usually happens with the young players when they start to play first time for the first team. They goes with a little too much adrenaline in them. You know what I'm saying? And can do a little stupid things like and stuff like that. So I want to be calm, but I definitely want us to win. There's no way, especially after press conference that the guy said we're playing against the champions of Europe. And there's literally 3 of us over there on the field and the bench. But
yeah, it's true. You are playing the champions of Europe, but there's not many players on that pitch that were the champions of Europe. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Hassan, what are you saying, mate? He's gone. Okay, that's what he's saying. Ram, what are you saying?
I'm just looking up on the Brentford COVID thing, and I'm seeing that they've had 4 new cases in the last week. So the overall tally is 13 people have been seen with COVID. I don't know when they will out, but they had a little bit of a crisis themselves. They're gonna put like a mix of youth and experience. So that's what I'm seeing.
I think they had it early breakout.
They had it early.
Yeah.
But they've had 4. They've had 4 in the last week. So, and that was big players.
Is there starters players?
I think it was starters. Sergi Canos was one of them. I think it was starting players. So
Here's the what I don't understand about that UK test thing. How it works.
What
Do
lateral
you
flow?
get no like 10 days? I mean 10 days.
Oh.
That's the how I don't see it. How
Gone
it
down to
works.
7 days now. They've dropped it to a week today.
Nah, it's still because I've recently had COVID and it's 10 days. But the problem with
I'm
that
glad
is
that you're okay. I'm glad that
changed
you're
it.
okay then.
They've changed
Yeah.
it, man.
It doesn't matter if you recover in 10 days, you can still pass it on because
It's
you
still-
still have the disease.
But no, they've
but
dropped
it
it to
depends
7
on the
days now.
person. It depends on the
Yeah.
person. Like
No,
I've
If you're non-systemic, you cannot pass it. It's been
It's not that
debunked.
right. I've got
you mean
I've had mates
asymptomatic?
I've had mates that have had it, right? And they've had it for 1 day. The next day they've been all right. Like, it's so weird. Like some people just do it.
I've had it, but I'm still contagious because I'm still coughing. I still have the
Yeah.
virus in me. So
Yeah.
it works for different people. I think I'll be all right when the 10 days are up, but it's just a
Yeah.
cough in it. So I don't know. We have to wait and see.
All right,
But
we
it's
will
all
be
just a
soft
bit
on you
weird.
for 10 days then. After
I
10 days, so-
mean, the 10 days is going to
No,
finish in
no
like 2 days,
softness
so I'm
on-
good.
No softness on Rams is a Liverpool fan.
I'm glad that you're okay, Rams. I'm glad that you're okay.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
all
that's good. That's good.
It's my
Hassan,
It's my
Yeah.
second time in it,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
Oh, damn.
Rams is only young, he can't get it. It's only a cough. Don't cry, Rams.
Yeah, allow it, man.
My
allow
partner at work, he
Wait.
was 21 years old. He died from COVID. He was 21.
Yeah, they
There
can
is
do.
no
Of course they
age,
can.
yeah.
You got to be careful, man. The PCR tests are
Yeah.
proven to show false positives. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Hassan, what you saying?
Nothing much, Jem, to be honest. But sorry about the background if you can hear it. But I'm not expecting much in this game. I think I kind of agree with what Ram was saying. It's probably going to be a high-scoring game, but I think it's going to be a draw. With the whole COVID situation, I don't know how our game wasn't called off before, but it is what it is, and we're going to have to stick with it. This game's going to be tough. I think it's going to go to penalties. Besides Amba, Yamba, and Collywell, I don't really know too many youth players. I only know bits and bats, but I think it's going to be a tough game there. And it's going to be high scoring, but I think we'll edge it on penalties, and that's where Kepa comes in to save us again.
Yeah, it might be
Jem, read the last comment. Teresa must.
Sky yourself,
Yeah.
Mr. said 7 as of today, as long as you get negatives on day 6 and 6 and 7, 10 days is out. Yeah, that's what I was just saying to you. It's a week. It's changed to a week
Yeah.
now. So,
Yeah.
which is a bit weird because apparently our cases have gone higher and we're expecting to like go into lockdown.
No,
and
no,
second
no.
highest
Here's
alert.
Will all our
Yeah.
players be fit for Aston Villa?
Well,
Well,
they're gonna have to.
Lukaku's
I highly
definitely
doubt it.
Lukaku's definitely coming back before that. He's gonna be.
I don't.
available.
I think they'll be back for Brighton. I don't know if they'll be back for Aston Villa. That's my thing. I think they'll be back for Brighton.
I think Aston Villa is the next game. Brighton after.
Yeah,
that.
but it's
Yeah,
but
realise
26
the next
Sunday,
game, and
which is
most
this
of them
weekend.
are
They're
most
gonna
of
be
them
back
are
this
going to
weekend.
be out.
No, Lukaku's definitely making that.
Yeah, it's only one
but you
player.
say he's making that. He hasn't trained. He's going to come back and
Yeah,
what?
he won't be
That's the
fit.
problem with the Brentford. They been
Yeah.
They had 10 days. They just didn't have a time to practice. They are back in training on Monday or Tuesday. First time after the COVID. The whole training ground was shut down until
Yeah, it
Monday.
was shut. Mhm.
So the first day we came to training was Monday. So they had 2 days to prepare for the Wednesday game, which is still more than what we have. But
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, Lukaku's they're saying that they are like sitting home, but they're still running. Just look at when Lukaku tested positive, and you will see how many times.
Yeah, well, he's actually double vaccinated. I think he is as well. He's one of the guys.
Yeah, that's why he's non-systematic. That's why he can actually test negative earlier.
Well, let's
Yeah.
hope so.
Let's hope so. Anyway, we need him. Definitely going to need him back. I tell you, all back for Villa is what Terry Louise is saying. Test today and tomorrow's train Friday. Okay. Test today and tomorrow's train Friday. Okay. Declared. What are you saying, mate?
Morning.
What's happening?
You got to declare. You have been declared as the top Chelsea fan.
That's it.
By who? By who?
By you,
Yeah,
Rams.
damn.
Come on, man. 7. What was your score? 7-5.
7-5, 7-5. That's
It's-
not good.
You say Leicester we lose. You know that, don't you?
What are you saying, Declared, anyway? What's your thoughts on this game? I know it's going to be a bit of a weaker lineup based on who we have fit. Do you still expect us to go and get the job done? Or what's your thoughts?
James, you're probably going to remember what I what I said before about cup games. It's going to be messy. It's going to be interesting, right? It's going to be an open game. There's going to be a lot of mistakes, and who knows what the result could be, because that's how all these cup games are. We're going to see a whole bunch of new players. I actually get this, the lineup you put out is the lineup I want, but for some reason I get a feeling Tuchel's going to play a few more senior players in there.
Like who? Because he said he might be forced into. Who do you think he'll play? Go on, tell me. We'll play around with that.
I don't know, someone like like you guys said, Reece James, someone that he probably needs to fill gaps. He feels maybe a bit more on the front line.
Yeah, we've got James.
I kind
and
of read the
Aspie.
writing now.
We've got James and Aspie, and we've got Malang Sarr in as well. Mbawamba in the middle. Kepa
You
in
haven't got
goal.
Barkley, yeah?
No, Bob. No. You think
Yeah,
Barkley?
like I feel like players like Ziyech that hasn't played.
Barkley must play. Barkley's played tonight for sure, 100%. So we're going to have Barkley in the middle, or just behind the front too.
Who else is eligible to play? Is Christensen? I think he's someone that can play.
He's injured, Declare.
Is he?
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah. Anyway, basically, this is. I look at these games as very interesting. We're going to see new players. There's going to be mistakes. I don't usually get upset. It's going to be an open game. It's just a fun game to watch, and honestly, I'm one of the rare people that don't really care about this cup, because this title is going to be determined.
I do.
By I know a lot of people do, and in
I think
most
you'd
other
compete for every
seasons I will.
trophy.
Yeah, in every other season I would. But you know what happened this season? This season is going to now become about who can navigate through COVID the best. That's who's going to win the title. So whoever can get around the games, get postponed, get the rest. And
we should name it the COVID Premiership.
Yeah, Liverpool won the first one.
And you won the COVID Champions League. Shut your mouth.
No, we didn't.
Shut up.
No, we didn't.
Shut up.
Only Liverpool.
The majority of the games we played were with fans. The majority of games you played were without fans. You had a COVID Champions League. Shut your gums.
You had the COVID Premier League with 5 subs and
hush your gums. You had 5. You had 5 subs in the Champions League. What the? Hush your gums. Hush your gums. Stop talking nonsense. Otherwise, I'll put that nonsense back in your face.
Were there water breaks? That's what
you could pick from about 11 subs in the Champions League. 11. Shut up, man. I could put
11 subs.
Your nonsense back in your face.
11 subs? It's only 5.
There's 11 you can pick 5 from a choice of 11.
That's 11 on the bench.
Yeah. Last season, the majority of the time, it wasn't 11 on the bench. I mean, when we won the league 2 seasons ago.
When you won the league, you had 5 subs and water breaks.
And 11 on the bench. Hush your gums. We won the league before COVID.
Yeah, Rams, you did have 5 subs for longer.
You won the first COVID Premier League.
We won the league before COVID happened.
You won the league. You brought up the fans, didn't you?
We won the league because of COVID.
We won the league when Mo Salah put the ball behind David De Gea. That's when we won the league.
No, you won the league because you had 5 subs and water breaks.
Oh, hush your gums.
He's got a point, mate.
Did you even lift the trophy, or did you even go on the bus parade or anything?
I was gonna say something, but I don't want to do that because I might get in trouble.
The funny thing about Liverpool winning the COVID league, the Premier League, not the COVID league, is that when my area is filled with Liverpool fans, and when they were about to lift up the trophy, our area had a power cut, so I started laughing.
Yeah. So guys, over 150 of you, make sure you smash the like button. We're gonna do score predictions. We're gonna do score predictions now. Anyway, just go through it, and then we're gonna obviously finish it off. But Nick
you got
Blue,
COVID CL. Shut your mouth.
Nick Blue, score predictions.
Yes. Oh, it's going to be a very hard game for us tonight. One of the hardest games ever in Chelsea history. I can't remember the last time we had so many academy players, playing.
So you're gonna
Even
lose.
Cobham.
You're gonna lose.
No,
You're gonna
we're
lose.
not
Yeah, okay,
losing.
fine.
Shut up, man. I'm talking. I just hope for the best.
It sounds like an
I
excuse.
think we can do it. If Kepa has a blinder, we can do it. Kepa can win us this game. And I'm going for, it's going to be tight. I'm going 2-1 to Chelsea. And if we lose, I have no complaints. You can't blame Tuchel or anyone because we haven't got a team. So good luck to them.
It's a free hit, as they call it. A
Yes,
free hit.
yes.
It's a free hit tonight.
So I don't want to hear fans say Tuchel out tomorrow. No.
Nah, don't be silly. I don't think people would be doing that.
But they
anyway.
do some. Yeah, some of them do.
Yeah, but that's the minor ones, isn't it? You got to ignore them. They're in every fan base. Trust me. Redneck, what are you saying?
1-0 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea. He's going for a 1-0 tight win. Okay, cool. I hear that. W, what you saying?
By the way, I will ask for the way we play. I will be critic of it. I don't care if it's a youngster.
You're
I'm
going
gonna
to criticize.
criticize.
Okay.
Oh yeah, of course I will. Plus, it's not a free hit. It's like the kids are the kids. They're still professional players.
Yeah, we
They
have
get
to win this
paid.
game.
By the way, I don't think it's gonna be as many youngsters that people think about it. I think maybe
We have
one
to
or
compete
two,
for every trophy.
but it ain't
Well,
gonna
that's
be
it,
that
right?
many.
If there isn't that many youngsters and it's a quite
It's
a
not gonna
strongish
be.
team,
Yeah,
then
it's
then you're going to have to
exactly.
criticize them a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's maybe one or two. It's no way we're gonna put. Anyway, move on.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll definitely be talking about it tomorrow, 100%. W, what you saying?
2-0.
2-0. Okay. You think one of the
Chelsea.
boys, one of the youngsters can score tonight?
Maybe off the bench, but I think it'll just be a boring 2-0 game. A lot of sideways passing.
Yeah. I hear you. Declared?
I was thinking of a score try to outdo Rams. Be hard to do that one.
Do it.
I'm gonna go. I do think it'll be a bit more open. Let's go 3-1 Chelsea.
Oh, really?
Hey Rams,
I'm with
Rams,
Redneck.
do you live in England or no?
Yeah, I live in England, man.
Oh,
Lives in
India.
This place called
You know, England.
England.
Enfield. He lives
Yeah,
under the stadium.
I live in
Enfield
Anfield. Not Enfield.
supports
and
Liverpool, which he's never been to Liverpool.
I have been to Liverpool. I actually have lived in Liverpool.
How many
for quite a
times
bit of
have you
time.
been to Liverpool? How many
I've
times?
lived in Liverpool.
Does it matter
for a
anyway?
couple
Why
of years.
are we asking this question?
Why-
We're talking about football.
No, I was just wondering where he lives. I didn't care about.
Yeah,
I
I
live
know.
in London. I live in London. I lived in Liverpool for a couple of years. And I support Liverpool because my dad didn't make me a Forest fan. Simple.
Forest are better. Forest used to be better than Liverpool. Don't forget.
Yeah, once
What
upon
the
a time.
fuck?
Once upon a time,
Once upon a time. Yeah.
Brian Clough and the gang. That was a team.
Ram, score predictions.
Look, I think Redneck hit the nail on the head, man. It's not going to be like 7 youth players are going to be in the team. Like I think it's going to be maximum 4 players, in my opinion. Like
On good.
I'm
Not
thinking of
not the same time playing. I'm saying like on a bench. Yeah, 2 on a bench, 2 playing.
Yeah.
But not
I'm thinking of Liverpool's team that we're going to field
five
out. I think it's
subs,
going to
yeah.
be a lot of youngsters being put out on the pitch. I think it's going to be about 4 players playing this game that are youngsters, or the whole game. I mean, so I want to stick to my guns, man. It's going to be a very high scoring game. It's going to be 7-5, 7-5 Chelsea. There's a little bit of hope in that because I want to watch a load of goals. But yeah, 7-5.
Oh, you won't be watching the
7-5.
Liverpool game?
I can't watch the Liverpool game because it's not on Sky.
So does Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea's not on Sky.
Chelsea
as
is
well.
not televised.
What is it not on Sky? Is it not on Sky?
No.
West Ham to Tottenham. That's the main game.
Oh my!
There's
God.
another game.
Where's
as
the
well,
game
isn't there?
getting showed?
Nowhere on stream. You have to find
What?
it online.
I
Watch
might
that
need to
against
use
Liverpool.
I might need to use VPN in it and disown
Yeah,
it.
VPN. The ESPN Plus is what Josh is saying.
Yeah.
Hassan, what you saying?
I think it's gonna be a 2-2 draw, but I think Kepa's gonna have to bail us out on pens. I think it's gonna be 4-2 on pens.
Being sport. Okay, fair enough.
4-2 on pens.
Yeah, that's it. 4-2 on pens. Total Sports Tech. Yes, Total Sports Tech as well.
How is it possible?
I think it's going to be 2-0 either way. Either they're going to beat us 2-0 or we're going to beat them 2-0. I just got that in my head, 2-0, one way or the other. I want us to win. I agree. If we play a strong team, which I've just been messaged saying that don't take this gospel, but apparently 3 of the academy players are supposed to start tonight. Jude Bellingham, Harvey Val, and Mbawamba. There are the only 3 that potentially should be starting tonight.
Mbawamba just came from the negative test. He ain't starting.
The
The problem
Is
is
there more on the bench?
the problem is if
On
with
the
other
bench,
players, other good players, like you say, Sparkly,
Jude Bell's very good.
Raul,
Jude Bell's 50-50 as well.
Star. We got
Well, it's
you know,
Jude
you-
Harvey Val and Mbawamba are the 2 that
we're going to have
apparently
2 regular
called
first
tonight.
teamers playing tonight. Maybe 3 or 3.
I would rather play Brian Fiabema.
We
Yeah,
might
Fia
actually
Bema.
see more with 5 subs, man.
That's what I was laughing, Couch Critic.
Yeah, Cat's like 4-2 on pens. You know what I mean? Let's
I
go.
don't know. No, somebody said 4-2 on pens, but how do you make it 4-2 on pens? 0-0, the game you go into pens. How you do 6 like the much mathematically how the pens are gonna work out 4-2.
It can't finish 4-2, can it?
Yeah.
I just
Yo,
clocked it.
Lord,
That's what I'm-
Don't forget to take 5 each.
But like
Lord,
Francesco Rudiger.
Lord Andrew makes a good point. Where is this guy called Charlie Musonda? I remember this guy used to be a
He got
wonder kid.
injured. He's injured.
Is
Got
he
a real
injured?
bad
Yeah, he had a 2-year injury, and he had
Yeah,
to have
he had-
multiple surgeries. And then
I think I'd say I had so high hopes for him. I like the kid.
Dominic Solanke.
Yeah.
What the
no,
fuck
but
is that
didn't
for?
he
Is
catch
that
saying that he was
Spy
Played
Junior?
for Liverpool. Fuck him, mate. He's crap.
Yeah, Dominic
No.
Solanke. We got 20 M's for him, bro. What you saying, man? That's sick.
How much
Sick.
we got out of you for it?
Yeah.
You got about 5, I think, or 6
No.
or 7. 7.
Guys, we'll be back
Come on,
tomorrow.
man. Go back and look at how much we got out of you from it.
Nah, it wasn't that much. It was a tribunal. It was only about 6
Yeah, it
or
wasn't
7.
that much. Yeah, it wasn't
No,
that much. But, yeah.
It wasn't that much, but we still got a fee out of you. What you sold it to the other club, we still got the fee from that too.
Like, we still got good money from him, man. We still got
Yeah,
good
you
money.
did. You did. We got it out of you. You got it out of out of Torres, out of us. We went whole academy
You know
out of
he's
you.
balling in the championship now.
Yeah, he is actually scoring better goals in Champions.
Yeah, he's actually balling.
He's a championship player, man.
No, he's actually decent.
Yeah,
but
for
then-
championship.
PL last season, in the last game of the season of PL, he scored about five goals in like.
Yeah, no, he was actually balling.
Yeah, I hear you guys. We're going to be doing the review show for this game tomorrow as well, so make sure that you tune back for that. We're also going to be doing the Premier League show on Friday around 12:30. Ram's going to be joining me on that one as always as well. And then
Tough
we've got
shit
to
for
do-
anyone that doesn't want me there. Tough shit.
We've still got to do the. It
No.
might be a double header.
How do you know it was a tough shit? You stepped on it. You tested the dentist.
No, that's
Density
not
of
what
it.
you know what I mean, Redneck.
I know, but I'm trying to get back with you with the same
And
analogy.
you eat a lot of fiber. That's how we got it.
I know.
A lot of fiber.
A lot of
Wait.
prunes.
Okay,
I
this is
also
getting,
need to do
this
a
is getting
stream.
real weird, man.
I also still need to do a stream for Villa Chelsea preview, which is Sunday. God, I don't know how I'm going to fit it all in, but anyway,
By the
I'll
way,
find a way.
Mount is gonna play today again. Believe me.
Do you reckon? I said he would. A lot of people think he won't. I think he will.
I don't
It's
think
a,
he
lo-
will. I hope he
it's a
does.
lot of rest for him on Sunday. It's a lot of rest until
Yeah, but
Sunday.
He's young anyway.
we
he
have
doesn't-
to beat Villa, Redden. We have to.
Yeah,
beat
I know that, but I'm saying
That's
I know
right.
he needs rest, but I also know that Tuchel thinks that he's young, he can run all
He thinks
day
he's got
long.
minerals. That's what he
Yeah.
thinks. He's
Let's
absolute
hope.
minerals.
Let's hope he plays and shows the fucking minerals. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Guys,
Where is Minerals anyway? Just ask.
I don't know. I think-
he's going to the game. I think he's
Listen,
going to the game.
Going to
the guy
Brentford.
only spawns when you talk shit about Mark, then he randomly pops up.
Oh, okay, so if I talk about shit about Matt, okay, fine.
Guys, before you leave,
You're
make
gonna
sure you
Yeah,
subscribe,
yeah,
get the
Hold
channel
on, can
to
I ask
100K.
Rams a question real quick?
Go
I
on,
forgot.
quickly, before I finish, go on.
How much real do you think Haaland to Liverpool rumors?
I wouldn't. This is the problem, right? Our
Zero.
owners are so dumb. They're dumb. Like they're good businessmen, but they're dumb. We got money. People think we don't have money. We've got a lot of money.
0.
It's just that we
You
don't
just
spend
spent it,
it.
didn't you?
When?
Spent it
When
on
we
an
spend-
NFL team.
NFL too. Yeah, I was
There's
about
no
to
way
say,
in hell
that-
that Liverpool
that-
are getting
that-
him over Man City. Sorry, Man City.
No,
are the-
we're not getting him over, man. If we put our fingers out of our asses, we can get him. Like, there's no doubt we can get him, but we're just not
Yeah,
going to get him.
no,
How's gonna
I
happen,
ask you. I ask you a
When you
question.
sell
What do
Salah?
you think of Haaland come to Liverpool? What do you think? I'm not asking
On a
about.
scale, how likely is it?
Yeah,
do you
how
think?
likely do you think it's gonna happen?
It's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be like a 2 or something. But I don't want to say Haaland's never going to go to Liverpool. There's no chance because there is always
there
a
is no
chance.
chance. There's never
But-
a chance.
It's
We
a
have
small chance.
There's-
That's what he's trying to say.
But the only
Because-
reason is a
So
small
many
chance is
Rams
because
I'm
of
here
our
when I
owners.
ask Ram a question.
Sorry, what?
No, I said so many Rams. I ask Ram a question. So many Rams keeps
Yeah,
adding
do you know
to
what I
it.
mean?
Nah, it's
Well-
if our owners wanted to spend money, then it would be like a 7 or 8. But we don't
Here-
have owners that want to spend money.
Money!
Here's what I know about your owner. He does for the investment part. What he did NFL, it's a really good deal for him. For only one reason, NFL does not drop in minuses and profits because
Yeah,
there's no
exactly.
relegation. There's nothing. There's 100% sure money for it.
The
What
Super
I'm
League.
what I'm based on him is the way he runs the Red Sox. Red Sox did not win the championship in a long time. They did it and then they disappeared.
Because they sold their best player.
Well, that's not the only thing. The best player doesn't involved in so many years, man. Ram, come on. It's been so many years that say they even challenged for that World Series. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think what he did out of Liverpool, it was like, how you say it, like, here, I've done it. He's not interested anymore. Now he's interested in the money.
And
You
that's
see-
surprising.
that's just my
Yeah,
that's one my
yeah.
view. That's all.
Now, there's a lot of weight to that because it was 30 years they were waiting for, and if he did
Yeah.
it and he invested a lot towards it, it was going to hold a lot more weight longer. But never put the same investment to do it again.
Yeah, I hear that. Guys, I need to shoot anyway. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get this show up to 100 likes as well, please, before you leave. If you haven't liked, hit the like. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing the review for the game today. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully Chelsea win. Hopefully we ain't got to listen to Redneck criticising players or me or anyone else here. We'll see. But big up to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again very soon. Peace out.